Hi guys!
Welcome back to the Inside Out Girls YouTube channel, the safest place for girls where we empower and inspire. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn your post notifications on to be notified every time we post.
Let's get into the video!
Hi everyone, I want to say a huge thank you to the Inside Out Girls campaign for selecting me as a speaker for this event, and also thank you all for your questions. I am going to answer those tonight. I hope that you find them inspirational and you are able to use that in your journey going forward.
What advice would you give to your 13-year-old you?
So you may not love yourself right now, but you will. Things may seem hard now, but it will get easier. Things may seem hard now, but it's only going to get harder. The best thing is to always put your best foot forward and enjoy the process. Be young.
Avoid comparing yourself to other public figures when online.
I think it is very natural for us as men and women to compare ourselves to other individuals. What's important to remember is that we do this as a way to realize what we are able to achieve for ourselves. We shouldn't compare ourselves to other people to devalue our worth, but rather see what we are capable of achieving in the future.
What constantly scares you and how do you overcome that?
So I've got a lot of big dreams for myself, and what scares me is that I may not be able to achieve those dreams and let myself down. But in thinking about it, these are good fears, and these fears actually drive me to be and do better every single day.
What special recognition have you received over your career, and has it had an impact on how you view yourself?
So I'm not going to answer this question in terms of career, but rather just in general. For me, the recognition that I appreciate is winning in the hearts of people that never once knew who I was or never once heard what I had to say. And for me, how that impacts my life is just always trying to be and do better to create positive change in society.
So, who is Olin?
So Olin is a normal everyday girl, but I would say with a lot of big dreams. I am a very compassionate, caring, outgoing, competitive individual. But of course there are days where you are tired and you cry and you need your parents and you need your friends, and that is very normal. And I just want to make the most of life on earth, and that's why I involve myself in so many activities. And what I do, you're able to read about, but what is it that you're going to do that people are going to remember?
What have you learned from the opportunities you have been given?
Honestly, is to seize the opportunity. Give everything in that moment. An example is that if you are given the opportunity to MC at an event and somebody randomly asks you to stay an extra hour to give another talk, don't not do it because you feel unprepared, but do it because you never know who's in the crowd listening. That could lead to another opportunity. When you are in that moment, network with people. So really seize the opportunity with every opportunity.
What would you do if everything was taken from you and you had to start from scratch?
If everything was taken from me, the first thing that I would do is process and understand what has literally just happened to me. I would cry, I would pray, and I would speak to the necessary people to help me get to a point where I'm able to reshift my mind. Reshifting my mind to what is the next step. That is being positive. I'm a very driven and optimistic person. So that is what I would do. I'd focus on what the next step is. Considering that I've lost everything, I would only imagine that there's so much more for me to gain.
What event has had the greatest influence on your career?
So a couple of years ago, I really struggled to find permanent employment, and this was really the drive and push for me to start my business a lot earlier than I initially had anticipated. In starting my own business, I then realized the positive impact that it had not only on myself, but the people that worked for the company on a part-time basis. And considering the economical state that we are in right now with COVID-19, people losing jobs, entrepreneurship, I believe, is a vehicle that can allow people to be self-sustainable. And this has led to my career, in that I speak about entrepreneurship as being that element to help people achieve self-sustainability.
What are the pluses and minuses of using your voice to create impact?
A positive for using my voice to create impact is that people get to hear what I have to say. For example, social economic issues, people get to look at within themselves and see how are they able to help positively change that situation. For me, I'm quite passionate about entrepreneurship and using my platform to speak about that. When people hear about it, they get to start thinking, what can I do to contribute towards that in South Africa? What positive change can come from that? Then a negative of using my voice is that I believe that there are some people out there that are afraid of other people's potential. And when you start speaking and bringing about change, people can, they want to bring you down so that your light doesn't spread throughout the world. So it's important to just ignore the naysayers and continue to spread your light.
What was the process of you feeling comfortable in your own skin, and how did you remind yourself of this daily?
The process of being comfortable in my own skin was also quite a journey. You know, it starts with initially not accepting the things that I don't like about myself or didn't like about myself. An example of that was my curly hair. A lot of people would say, Olin, I love your curly hair. You should wear your hair curly all the time. And for me, I didn't. I straightened my hair and I tied it in a bun to hide it because I didn't like it. But it gets to a point when you start accepting the advantages of having curly hair and you start embracing it and you start loving it yourself. That is the process of being comfortable in your own skin.
Check out our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Contact our WhatsApp number, visit our website, or click on the links below.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you would like to watch more videos, don't forget to click that subscribe button, click that like button, turn on your post notifications, and stay safe.